A rundown airport, a hidden spy base, a million blind eyes. The perfect setting for a dirty secret. In 2002, in the backwoods of eastern Poland, an old military airbase threw off its Cold War past and went into business with a mystery new client. Nameless, rich, and with extraordinary demands.
There was a phone call, confirmed by a fax, that a plane with specified numbers would land, and that the airport had to accept this plane for landing. The airport was closed at the time. It was unprepared and we were not accepting any aircraft. I said it's impossible, and then I was told we had to accept the plane. If we refused, heads would roll.
The airport director was told to stay away.
Między tymi lampami to gdzieś może tam widać, zobaczyliśmy z uwagi na to, że był zmierzch, lądowanie.
The rules were thrown out. No customs control, no airport staff near the plane, no one to see who was getting on or off. The plane stopped with its door on the far side.
The border guards came. Then other cars drove to the plane. I'd say minivans. They had tinted windows.
The minivans drove off. No one saw inside, not even the stranger.
There was a woman from the American embassy there during one of these landings. She stood outside. The number plates were from the military base in Kekute.
Ah yes, that old military base 12 miles away. How times change. The old Soviet spy masters are gone. Today America's the godfather, and Poland knows the meaning of omerta, keeping silent about crimes. Beyond the lake, into the trees on the other side, is a restricted area used by the Polish intelligence services. We can't go there. Two fences, barbed wire, and inside, according to some sources, there's a hut or a building where only US CIA personnel are allowed to go. Cameras are being picked up as I walk along here. Whatever's in there's a very big secret indeed. 5 minutes it took to be stopped by a man with a gun. Po prostu patrzę. Można? Nie można? Ale ja jestem na drodze. Aha, to muszę tu, tak? Na asfalcie. Dobrze. Jestem dziennikarką. 9 planes in and out of this godforsaken airport, and one which kept coming back. A Gulfstream number N379P, registered to a firm in Massachusetts. This was a busy little plane, and not just in Poland. Earlier that year, the same Gulfstream had flown from Pakistan to Morocco. Shackled on board, a young Muslim from North London. These were the months after the terrorist attack of 9/11. The world was in shock. A new fanatical enemy, Al-Qaeda, was out to destroy the land of the free. You were either with them or against them. But how to tell truth from fiction?
America's stopped an Al-Qaeda plot to explode a radioactive device.
We have captured a known terrorist who was exploring a plan to build and explode a radiological dispersion device, or dirty bomb, in the United States.
Actually, Jose Padilla, the man they called the Dirty Bomber, was not a known terrorist. But he was a gangster, and he had converted to Islam. That was enough. The alert went out for Padilla's co-plotters.
Padilla's where he needs to be. The coalition we put together has hauled in over 2,400 people. There's just a full-scale manhunt on it.
The dragnet reached Karachi in Pakistan, where a British resident from North London was about to fly home. Britain had been Binyam Mohammed's home for 7 years after his family had fled Ethiopia's civil war. He lived in Kensal Rise, went to college and joined a sports club, until, tired of waiting for asylum and a British passport, he borrowed a friend's, his first mistake. And then went to Pakistan and Afghanistan to learn about Islam. That was his second. In Karachi airport he was arrested. His older brother's a doctor in the US. He won't show his face. Links with an Al-Qaeda suspect are too risky. One day he says the FBI came to him and asked, did he or his brother Binyam know the dirty bomber Padilla?
They show me a picture of Jose Padilla. If I know him, and he's a bad guy. I said I'm definitely sure he doesn't, and I don't think he knows who Jose Padilla is.
But baby brother Binyam Mohammed was now a terrorist suspect. He'd been to Afghanistan, and in 2002 that, with his borrowed passport, was enough to tip him through to the dark side, a world with no law and no rights. Binyam's account, shown to me by his doctor brother, tells how interrogators tried to coach him to frame Jose Padilla. It's read by an actor.
They want me to testify in court. They have no witness. And they have told me they're preparing me and others for their use, and giving us information on the accused, which we know nothing of. One of the names is Jose Padilla.
When Binyam refused, he says he was hooded, shackled and put on a plane. This was his first extraordinary rendition. That's CIA speak for flying a prisoner with no legal process to be interrogated more effectively abroad, using torture. For that, Morocco is notorious. Clive Stafford Smith is his lawyer.
He was taken by the Americans to Morocco, and he was taken there for a purpose, and he's not Moroccan, so there's only one purpose, and that's for him to go through a little bit of extraordinary interrogation.
The Gulf Stream took Binyam on his first rendition to Tamara prison. One day, he says, a woman claiming to be Canadian came in.
I'm giving you a last chance to think about cooperating with the US, said Sarah. If you don't talk to me, then the Americans are getting ready to carry out a torture. They're going to electrocute you, beat you, and rape you.
I want to say something else. There's been a lot of talk in the newspapers and on TV about a program that I put in motion to detain and question terrorists and extremists. I have put this program in place for a reason, and that is to better protect the American people. And when we find somebody who may have information regarding a potential attack on America, you bet we're going to detain them. And you bet we're going to question them. Because the American people expect us to find out information, actionable intelligence, so we can help them, help protect them. That's our job. Secondly, this government does not torture people. You know, we stick to U.S. law and our international obligations. Thirdly, there are highly trained professionals questioning these extremists and terrorists. In other words, we got professionals who are trained in this kind of work to get information that'll protect the American people. And by the way, we have gotten information from these high-value detainees that have helped protect you. And finally, the techniques that we use have been fully disclosed to appropriate members of the United States Congress. The American people expect their government to take action to protect them from further attack. And that's exactly what this government is doing, and that's exactly what we'll continue to do.